Hi, welcome to Wonder Dub Adventures. Well, we didn't do a very good job finding ghosts in Edinburgh, so we're moving on now to Loch Ness and hopefully we'll find a monster. So you really enjoyed this video and I'll catch you later. Bye! Originally when we booked this trip we were supposed to go to the Cairngorms, to Glenmore campsite. Due to the wildfires up there, it was shut, so we had to change where we were going, so we decided to head to Loch Ness shores. So main entrance here, and even a little shop and a little cafe in there as well. Next door there was the information point. Again, they had loads of information, loads of leaflets. Now the site's split into sort of two levels, a lower level and an upper level. This is the lower level, mainly all had standing down here, and it's got the main facilities block. Now we chose this pitch because it had a lock view, as you can see there. So this is the main facilities block. There are a few other facilities on the upper level, but this is the main one. So outside there was the dishwashing area and the entrance to the toilets here. So this is the gents. Again, nice, clean, tidy. My only little gripe was the showers, push buttons. Don't really like push buttons, and it actually didn't stay on very long, although it was warm and quite powerful. The toilet block was well looked after by the team. Actually, the team were really great. They were really friendly, gave you some great advice. So this is the other end of the toilet block now. There's a Eltham point here, and if you swing round there's another dishwashing area and the entrance to the accessible toilet. Next to that there's some outdoor drying area, and around the back of the building was the laundry room. So washing machines, dryers there. So we're now on the upper level. This was a mix of hard standing and grass pitches. So in total there's about 99 hard standing pitches and about 20-25 grass pitches. I say the facilities on the upper pitches very limited. There was a unisex toilet and there was this sort of multi-use area for food prep and shelter for people maybe in tents. Obviously there was still some service points, and the other thing they had up here in the far corner was the children's play area, which was looked in good condition and well looked after. Now it was an expensive site. We paid £62.80 a night, and that's members rate on the camping and caravan club. Now they also had these little huts which were very basic, a little bit of furniture in, and you just brought all your bed in and everything else you needed. So as I say, we were right on the shores of Loch Ness, and it was so tranquil down there. Just nice to pop down and just listen to nature. Now we did a walk from the campsite called the Foyers Falls Walk. It's a lovely walk through the woods to go and see some waterfalls. Now if you were just doing the normal walk it'd probably be about 4 miles, but we added a little bit on because we went to a cafe just past the halfway point. right at the top of the waterfalls there is a little cafe and a shop and a car park as well. As I say, we carried on past that cafe and went to another one called the Cameron's Tea Room. Now we heard they also had some deer, some horses and some Highland cows. Another reason we went to this cafe is that it was dog friendly. Now we treated ourselves to tea and cake, and the cake was absolutely lovely. I had this raspberry and coconut cake, and it was probably one of the best cakes I've had in a long time. Now we were a bit disappointed because we didn't see any cows, but the owner told us that they were in the top field away from the tea room, and she told us the path to take to get to it. So we walked up there, added a little bit more onto the walk, but it wasn't too bad. Got to see the lovely Highland cows. So after seeing the cows, we set off back, and the walk's just an out and back, so we just went back the same way, saw the waterfalls again and walked back through the woods. The following day we went to a village called Dores, and it was about 15-20 minutes from the campsite, and it was to see the best view of the lake, but we couldn't see much because it was absolutely chucking it down. Now indoors at the Dores Inn pub, there's Steve Feltham, who's the Nessie Hunter. He's been living there since 1991, living out his passion of trying to spot Nessie. Now he was a real nice bloke, and I'll put a link in the description about his story. So the rain finally stopped, so we went for a walk. It's about 4 miles. It's a walk through the woods along the shores of Loch Ness and through tall woods. It's a circular walk, and it was really nice. Although it did start to rain again right near the end. It lasted about half a mile. So that was the end of our last full day up around Loch Ness, and we packed up and headed off the following day. We stopped at Suidhe Viewpoint. I don't know how you say it. It's on the screen, you work it out. Anyway, it gave you some great views of the surrounding countryside and the far end of Loch Ness. These were absolutely stunning, and it was only about half a mile walk from the side of the road up to the viewpoint. Now before the long journey home, we stopped in at Fort Augustus. It's a village at the southern point of the loch. Now the Caledonian Canal runs through Fort Augustus, and it has some famous locks. And we had our lunch next to them, and we watched them open and close for some boats to go through, as did about everyone else who had visited the village. Now I don't know what it is with these canal locks and this bridge, this part of the road that opens for the boats. It's just a real fascinating bit of engineering. Well, that's the fan finally finished, all nice and clean again for the next adventure. Anyway, we didn't find the monster up in Loch Ness. Hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on the next one. See you later now. Bye.